Okay guys, I'm here today with JT Torres. Huge honor for me. Guys, 2 times ADCC champion in a row, 2017 and 2019. One of the toughest guys in this division. I have heard that he has like one of the toughest pressures when he's on top, and I just felt that not too long ago, and I can say that's true. And today he's gonna show us here some of his one of his favorite submissions on his game on bottom for no gi, and I'm super excited to learn from him. So let's do it.
Yeah, guys. So I want to work a submission that most people won't expect, right? That's my biggest thing. Catch people not expecting something. That's the best way to do it. So I like going to the triangle. I like playing closed guard. So I'm going to show you guys a quick way to go to the triangle from your closed guard. Then I want to show you a counter to a counter. You guys see what I mean in a second here. So I'm going to have you in closed guard. When I have someone in closed guard here, obviously the first thing we want to do is break their posture down. So let's say the hands are here, elbows are in tight. Whenever I break someone's posture down, I keep it very simple. I either swing my hands underneath the wrist, or if the hands are too tight and I can't get underneath the wrist here, I reach over the top by the thumbs, making sure I don't grab just single fingers. Make sure you grab the whole hand, but I reach by the thumb here and I pull my knees in as I pull the hands apart, getting the hands to the mat for a split second here. Now, once I pull them down, break them down, I want to get inside control here. When I get inside control here, I keep the palms of my hands right on the biceps, and I reach over the top for the triceps, keeping the forearms in tight. Now, once I obtain this inside control, I need to move on quickly. I don't want to stay here too long because obviously he's going to try to re-pummel inside for his inside control. Exactly. So once I break him down, the hands are down on the mat, we keep the inside control here. Now, you choose a side, whichever side you want to hip out towards. So for example, I'm going to use my right hand to go to the back of the neck. So I'm going to make this claw grip here right behind the back of his neck here so I can keep him even closer to me. As soon as I make that grip here, if I use my right hand to make a grip, I'm going to move my hips out to my right hand side. So again, if the right hand goes behind the neck, you hip out to your right. If the left hand goes to the back of the neck, you hip out to your left. So pretty easy to remember. So once I get the inside control, I transfer one hand to the back of the neck and I pull my partner in towards me. Now I'm going to hip out towards you guys just like this. Let's turn this way. So once I hip out here, guys, I'm exposing my knee and shin in front of his bicep here. Now, once I've done that, I relock my closed guard. This way he doesn't posture up or escape, right? And I'm still holding him down. While I'm holding him down, I make sure that I have a good solid part of my knee in front of that bicep. If it's shallow here like this, it's not enough. Make sure you expose your knee and shin and then relock your closed guard. Once I've done that, I can slide my left hand down to the wrist here. Once I slide down to the wrist here, what I enjoy doing here is creating space. Right now I don't have too much space to work with, right? So the way I create space is by driving my shin into his bicep here. So I'm gonna just thrust my hips at this angle here towards that corner so I can drive the shin into the bicep here, like this, creating that space. Now when I create that space, usually your partner's gonna wanna push back into you. So when I feel him pushing back in, I allow him to come back in. Now I'm gonna kick my left leg straight through as I punch his hand to his chest, looping my left leg over the top here. Now when I loop the left leg over the top here, I always aim that leg and that heel down the person's spine, and I cross the feet here, and I go jiu-jitsu feet. I flare the toes up here, making my legs feel heavier. So if he tries to posture up, it's gonna be much heavier for him to, lift up and try to escape. Now from here, I put him in the triangle, right? Obviously, if we can lift up, push the arm across, adjust, lock the triangle, that'd be great. But usually what happens, as soon as I shoot the triangle, people lock the hands underneath my waist here, just like this, which is very common. So when I see this happen here, you don't panic, you stay right where you're at. What I'm gonna do here is look to lift the hips up, even though I can't pass the arm over to the other side, but I wanna lift the arms up so I can expose his elbow. Right now his elbow is down there, pretty low, pretty glued to the mat, to his knee, right? So when I lift, I expose the elbow. Once I expose the elbow, I reach over the top with my left hand, and I reach inside and I start pulling here. Now that grip alone is not gonna break his hands apart, but it's gonna start weakening his grip. So as I lift the hips up, I reach across. You can even double up on this grip if you like and pull in. Now once I pull in here, guys, I'm gonna unlock my legs here. My left leg's gonna stay behind though. Whichever leg's over the shoulder has to stay behind so we can control the person's posture. So the left leg stays heavy. Now my right foot goes to the hip. Now once my right foot goes to the hip here, I wanna think about pushing myself straight up here. Now you feel it's getting harder for you to hold on, right? If you guys notice here, I'm getting his arm at a weird angle, almost like a chicken wing here at this point. So now that I'm here, I want to create a little bit of space. The way I create a little bit of space here is by pushing myself straight up. I walk on my shoulders, and I also push myself up using my right foot that's on his hip, and I also use my right hand to push off his knee, just like this. Now once I push off here, I keep this tight. Now I'm going to take my right foot from his hip to the lat here. Once I go to the lat here, I'm going to squeeze my knees together like a panini press, right? If you're making a sandwich and you squish it together to make the cheese melt and nice and warm, I pinch my two knees together, attacking a really strong monoplata as I pull my hand across. Just like that. One of my favorite submissions. It's very hard to stop, and most people won't expect this from the triangle position.
I mean, very different.
Yeah.
So one more time.
Yeah, absolutely. So we'll start in the triangle position. So it doesn't matter how you get to your triangle, right? That's one of my favorite ways to get to the triangle. You can have any setup you like. You can even just basically control the wrist here. If you like just punching and whipping the leg over the top, that's fine, right? However you find yourself in this triangle position is good. But if they lock, now you guys have a great option to go to. So if he locks his hands underneath my waist here, the main focus right now is to attack this arm. Obviously, if I lift up, I can't pull the arm across, right? Reverse triangle is an option, right? But if you ask me, I would prefer to go straight to that shoulder lock. Very tight, very unexpected. So we're here, staying heavy. Like I said, try to keep your toes flared. Try to keep your heel along the person's spine here. So this way I can hold the posture down. You see a lot of people when they go into the triangle, they go for the figure four right off the bat. Bernardo, can you posture up for me here? Posture up pretty easily, right?
Yes.
When I keep my leg down his spine, then I pass the other leg over the top, I flex the toes and pinch down with my heels.
Yeah,
try to lift up.
Here.
You feel a lot. There's more pressure behind your back, correct?
Yeah.
So, which is good for us. We're holding the person down. We lift, we reach, 2-on-1, I start pulling the elbow out. Once I start pulling the elbow out, it's go time. I take my right foot to the hip, my right hand to his knee, and I push myself up. Once I push myself up, I take my right foot off the hip onto the lat here. Now I squeeze my knees together as I continue pushing the elbow across here, attacking a real mean monoplata here. Very tight. It almost feels like you're destroying the whole person's arm.
I feel that.
It hurts the shoulder, hurts the elbow. It's just it's a good one. It's a really good one.
No, JJ, I think it was very good because I think that's one of the biggest struggles that people have when they close triangles, right? The other person goes there and lock both hands.
Yeah.
And you invented. How did you learn that?
You know what? To be honest with you, maybe someone else has done that technique out there in the world, but I came up with that on my own. I became infatuated. Yeah, I became infatuated with the monoplata.
Yep.
When I was studying the monoplata, I used to do the monoplata a lot off my omoplata, person rolling over, following them on top. And then I started thinking about ways, how can I do the same technique, but from the other side, right? If I find myself on bottom.
Yeah.
And, I don't have very long legs. So usually when I would find myself in a triangle, I could never really finish triangles too well unless someone was a little smaller or my size. So most people on top would lock their hands underneath my waist and make it even harder for me to finish the triangle. And I started studying the position. I saw how the arm was positioned, and I said, you know what? I think I can wrench that shoulder with my legs. Because essentially that's what we're doing. We're doing a Kimura with our legs, which I'd rather do any day over my arms, right? If you try to use your arms to do the Kimura, sure, you can get it, especially if you're stronger, but your legs are always going to be stronger than your arms. So any day of the week, I'd rather use my legs over my arms for shoulder locks. So that's exactly what we're doing in this position here. So yeah, I just started studying how can I do this from on bottom, and I thought the perfect position was from that triangle position. Like I said, I started finding myself there a lot. I started struggling a lot from there, and I created a little bit of space. I got my leg to the outside of that elbow, and just pinching the knees together just caused a lot of pain there.
No, and I think that might be great because for those who have short legs, that might be even better than having long legs. Because if I try to do that, maybe I'm gonna leave some space. But when you do that, man, it was really, really tight.
It's tight. It's funny that you said that. I'll be honest with you. Sometimes I go to the triangle, and I can push the arm across, but sometimes I'll guide the person's arm behind my back. Like I'll have the triangle sometimes here, and I feel like I can push the arm across. I'll go here sometimes, just to attack the monoplata. Yeah, just because I think the technique is very strong. It's high percentage for me.
Yep. Yeah, and choke you can kind of handle. Arm,
Right.
It's hard to.
Yeah, I mean, like you
break.
said,
Yeah.
you can fight out of a choke maybe, you know, and worst thing worse, you go to sleep, take a nap.
Yeah.
But the arm,
It's not good.
you know you're going to be out for a while if you don't respect the position.
So guys, we just shot an entire structure with the JT, all about his bottom game for no gi. So everything that he has been doing to win those 2 ADCC titles, that's something that's very, very, very hard to achieve. So make sure to check that out at bjjfanatics.com. It's going to be available soon. Maybe by the time you're watching, it's already there. So thanks so much, JT. Appreciate
you, man.
Thank you. Please help me out to grow my YouTube channel. Just click subscribe. And to watch more videos, just click under see more videos. I hope you enjoyed.
BJJFanatics.com. Use the promo code YouTubeFaria to get 10% off any instructional video. Improve your jiu-jitsu faster.